Policeman says thank you for help received. Yangoru-Saussia people seeing change. And Potape pleads with Agiru to remove restraining orders.
This is National EMTV News with Hope Imaka.
Good evening and thank you for joining me for Sunday's news. Chief Superintendent Mark Kanawi of the Royal PNG Constabulary is now recovering from heart surgery he underwent thanks to donations from the Chinese PNG Friendship Association towards his medical expenses. As a token of their heartfelt appreciation, the Kanawi family hosted a traditional customary ceremony to say thank you.
The traditional Manus Talk Thank You ceremony began with the popular Manus dance and the presentation of 2 live pigs to the Chinese Friendship Association. Kanawi's daughter Peta spoke for the family in expressing her heartfelt appreciation for contributing to saving her father's life. Mr. Kanawi, who is now happily recovering, was diagnosed with heart disease by doctors at the Port Moresby General Hospital and referred for further medical treatment in Singapore.
His medical over at the hospital in Singapore through his diagnosis from POM General Hospital. That's together with Dr. Jack Amana and also Professor Isikeva, who had made the referral. So we were able to take him overseas for the treatment.
He was found to have suffered 10 blockages in his heart. With the help of the police department's media unit, who publicized his appeal, they received assistance from the PNG Chinese Friendship Association, who donated a generous sum of 100,000 kina.
Chinese here are not only for business. Chinese culture is similar to PNG culture because we believe love creates miracle, love saves life. Okay.
The police media unit was grateful, according to David Terry, and hoped to continue its relationship with the Chinese society. Melissa Gaviro, National EMTV News.
Assistant Commissioner of Police for the new Eastern Command, Nema Mondia, has called on other provinces in his command to have provincial police standing orders. He said this on Wednesday when launching Juaka Provincial Police Standing Orders, first ever that has been developed in the history of the constabulary. Other provinces in his command include Western Highlands and Simbu provinces. ACP Mondia was on his first official duty at Minch Police Station in Juaka, where the document was launched.
Juaka is the first province to have a provincial standing order, a much more simplified version of the constabulary standing orders. Though it is not something new, it's the first time a provincial police commander has taken the initiative to create one out of the national orders to suit the provincial command. The Juaka Provincial Standing Orders is issued in accordance with the constabulary standing orders. The standing order is an integral part of the police station. It directs the conduct of all members attached to a police station and covers all operational and administrative functions. Juaka's standing orders cover 6 police stations in the province and came into effect on Wednesday. Assistant Commissioner of Police for Eastern Command, Nema Mondia, who took up his role a few weeks ago, has challenged all other commanders under his command to have a standing order that will guide their policemen and women.
Eastern Command, I mean, Buminol Hetman or PPC from Anjulo Command from me, number the local legislature, now also not command legislature, come up with a second document.
Juaka Provincial Police Commander Chief Superintendent Joseph Tondop said all policemen and women should have guidelines to guide them in their duties.
Implemented the decision of Commissioner for improving discipline and strengthening the image of constabulary. Now, by Mitlak, by Kamabosa, one of the professional organization. Physical standing orders. Now, inside of these law orders, and now regulating control from all use law of cardinals and mobile phone. So now, as of now, one policeman, any capturing some picture no good, or some picture who said the effective image of constabulary. This book and talk about.
Michelle Amber, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
The redevelopment of Tinsley Hospital to a district hospital status will cost 15 million kina. Located in Mulbaya district of Western Highlands, the hospital is proposed to be one of 3 district hospitals in the province. Phase 1 of the redevelopment, costing 5 million kina, has already started. A water and sanitation project that will service the hospital and other institutions in the area was opened on Friday. This project was jointly funded by the Australian government, the Provincial Health Authority and the district administration.
The water supply project was delivered at a cost of 800,000 kina and will supply water to the nearby communities as well as Tinsley Hospital, schools and the Community Health Worker Training Centre. 50% of that funding came from the Australian government through the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade under its Kina for Kina policy. The district and the Provincial Health Authority have supported the first phase of the hospital redevelopment and are looking forward to phase 2 and 3 of that project.
Look strong Lord, this housing and must come up. One good housing. I'm strong thinking from Mibla. Mibla support them one time Australian. I solely supported Mibla.
The water project is an essential part of the hospital and has complemented the hospital redevelopment plans. Tinsley Hospital is run by the Baptist Union, who also runs and operates other institutions in the area, like the primary school and the CHW Training Centre. Australia's High Commissioner to PNG, Bruce Davis, said they are willing to work where there is a sense of strong partnership and committed the Australian government support.
Do our bit. But we do it with a strong sense of partnership with the community, with the authorities, with the churches and with the parliamentarians. It's a great mix we can do to continue to build the great partnerships that come through as evidenced by this in the future. We're really happy to do.
Tinsley is one of the 3 hospitals in the province, including Kotna and Tambul, which will also receive district hospital status. Michelle Amba, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
You're with Sunday's News. We'll have more local news headlines when we come back. Welcome back to the news. People of the Yangoru-Saussia electorate have spoken highly of their local MP, Richard Maru, for delivering the much-needed government services. They have praised Mr. Maru for bringing in change.
This week, EMTV News visited the Yangoru-Saussia electorate in East Sepik province and looked at some developments taking place. The minimum priority activities has so far been achieved in terms of education, health, transport infrastructure maintenance, primary production and village courts. Nearly in all villages we visited, services lacked over the last 40 years since PNG became an independent nation in 1975. Successive government leaders failed to deliver the much needed services. Although little was done by former Yangoru-Saussia MP the late John Jaminan, who was known for opening the development phase. The sitting MP Richard Maru was described as Jaminan's replacement with more focus.
Police have been patrolling this road maybe twice a day. They either come in the morning, come in the afternoon, or they come during the day and they come again in the night. You know, when they are continuously patrolling the road, it kind of brings security to the mothers who want to go to the market. They feel secure that nothing would happen to them on the road.
No one understands the hard movement now. Was a meet of peninsula 40 to 50 years. Now we buy sit as well. Sleep good. No one more pom fire. Blow over long. Highway problem blah. And finish.
Oh, this la member I'm a trouble member. Lo Yangoru-Saussia. I'm a trouble member. Me believe was the next 5 years embasana viet.
It makes us capable us and make us feel that we are in the part of community, and we trust him that he will be our member on 2017 and up.
Local MP Richard Maru told the people that he will continue to represent their interest in Parliament and bring the much needed services.
Yangoru-Saussia will never be the same again. Never like before.
Fabian Hakelitz, National EMTV News.
Komamagarima MP Francis Potape has urged Hela Governor Anderson Agiru to withdraw the restraining orders currently before the Supreme Court, and for Mr. Agiru to recognize the balance of power with the Hela House of Assembly. Mr. Potape says the interest of the people must be first priority.
Hela Province House of Assembly elected Governor Francis Potape this afternoon asked Anderson Agiru to withdraw the restraining order and allow him to do his job as governor. Potape says it would be unlawful for Agiru to hold any assembly meetings with no quorum.
It's not about project that they did. It's not about money that they did. It's about setting the leadership straight in Hela. That's why we are asking him to withdraw this unnecessary court case.
Potape said the 2016 Hela provincial budget must not be a priority with the current leadership struggle in the province.
The budget, the provincial budget must be sanctioned by the PEC, and the PEC members are here.
He says Agiru must regain the trust and confidence with the heads of the third level of government.
These leaders and the people are put up with his style of leadership. Leadership's like making one-man decision on impact projects worth millions of kina that had never been completed.
Hela Deputy Governor Thomas Potape said it is time leaders rise and set the leadership standards to enable development and service delivery to happen.
I think you must step down. You stop must walk.
Representing the LLG presidents was Charlie Apalu, the Awipori president, who called on Agiru to work with the assembly members.
People like him, you come up, regional member of the province. Now you can come up on behalf of law. People like you can go law, parliament. Now you can come up advise of law.
Meanwhile, Potape praised those in Tari for their understanding and peacekeeping during this political leadership unrest. Jack Lapave Jr., National EMTV News.
The national government and its relevant agencies of the tourism industry must work together with the locals to develop potential attraction sites. This was a call made by owners of the eel attraction site of New Island Province. This is to ensure the products are marketed and promoted. Fabian Hakelitz visited Kavieng and files this report.
Malio is the Tok Pisin word for eel, fish species belonging to the order of Anguilliformis, found mainly in the sea or river. The Malio attraction site is at Laraibina village in Kavieng that has become one of New Ireland's tourist attraction sites. The village receives visitors daily who flock into the area to watch the eels. Visitors are charged 5 kina for locals and international 10 kina. According to Hiob, tuna fish is one of the protein that brings them closer.
Timing long and by come up time long and die boleh mas tayo. May only play ikamata. Semuli karim only play kam, only very more big play kam kaya only adopt to this system so kaya tin fish best.
This place is special because it's at Laraibina where you will only find the eels that have lived for many years.
This is waraon kita maleo but this is wala po old manon sa kamlongen nakamlugluk ablong ol sa staff longen.
Fabian Hakelitz, National EMTV News.
You're watching Sunday's News. Chukai Sports is up next. Don't go away.
Chukai Sports.
Welcome to Chukai Sports. The Port Moresby men's softball competition is now on full swing with its first round of matches. After a successful pre-season, the Piscini Sports Grounds has attracted many teams showing their keen interest in this family game.
After a quiet year last year due to the Pacific Games, the men's softball competition is back this year in Port Moresby.
We did not have a diamond, which is a field to play on. And we lost the season, so people kind of lost the interest, but When we started the preseason, there was a lot of interest there. You know, we've got a lot of softballers. It's a family game in Port Moresby, and everybody participated. All the teams came back and joined.
The 2016 competition kicked off strongly following the preseason with 2 divisions. There are 9 teams registered, competing in 2 rounds of competitions before the finals will be played.
Okay, this is the men's softball competition, Port Moresby Softball Association. Round 1 is ending. These are the last games. We've got 2 rounds in this season. Basically, there are 9 teams in total. You know, like A grade, there's B grades, but we've got a total of 9 clubs, A grade, B grade, and this is the end of round 1 now, this weekend.
With the new softball facility from the Pacific Games, the Port Moresby Softball Association is now able to use proper facilities to host their competition games and is in full swing. Dion Kombang, National EMTV Sports.
Rugby union fever has returned to the nation's capital with the biggest rugby competition in the country, the Capital Rugby Union, kicking off the pre-season competition at the Bava Rugby Park. This weekend welcomed round 2 of CRU 7's pre-season competition, while the 15's rugby pre-season is set to commence in the next 2 weeks. With 12 teams registered among the popular University Piggies, Harlequins and Brothers, Valley Hunters are expected to make their debut into the senior division. MTV's Lorraine Genia with more from Bava Park.
It's a wrap of round 2 of the pre-season CRU competition here at the Bava Park in Port Moresby. As we all know, the biggest rugby competition in Papua New Guinea. Now next week is the final round of the 7th pre-season competition, and the 15th pre-season is set to kick off shortly after. Now while the dates for the season proper are still tentative, CRU Tournament Director Paul Joseph has set it for March this year.
This is the second weekend of the pre-season Club 7s. We started last week. We had 12 clubs playing last week. We had the men's only matches last weekend, and this week we had 6 women's teams added to the competition. Unfortunately, yesterday we only had 4. And we also had 4 clubs put in a second team. So for the men's, as you can see, we've got 16 teams playing.
Season 2016, however, may see a few changes made with the format of the draws, with the fields being reserved for upgrading for the 2016 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. CRU will only have 1 field to roll out the tournament.
It's all about consolidated numbers for each club. So we have only 4 grades. We have the Premier, A Reserve, Under-19 and the Women's. The Premier, A Reserve and Under-19s is compulsory for all 12 clubs, whereas the Women's competition.
That being one of the only minor changes, school rugby-based team Valley Hunters will now enter the coming season as a senior team playing in a higher division.
We have brought up Valley Hunters and Crusaders from the first division, and they make up the 12. And we have a modified competition this year where teams will play fortnightly in 2 pools.
Now, despite the recess last year due to the Pacific Games, Paul Joseph has said that the level of rugby in Port Moresby has not been affected. Lorraine Genia, National EMTV Sports.
Meanwhile, level of coaching is one key focus area. Tournament Director Paul Joseph says that will target clubs and match officials. The courses will be conducted by PNG Rugby Football Union's Development and Training Manager, Silosi Druma, throughout the season.
We had a refresher course on Friday this week, and proud to say the current referees and assistant referees, they turned up, so there were 8 of us. This coming Thursday and Friday will be the level 1 coaching for 7s. The last time we had such a course was back in 2013.
In the autonomous region of Bougainville, the Kono Peace Games has ended on a high note. ABG member for Kono and Police Minister for Police Willie Maisu thanked organizers and stakeholders for staging a very important event towards Bougainville's peace process. A team to represent Kono was also selected for the upcoming Bougainville Games in March in Wakunai. 92 teams have registered with the Bomana Off-Season Rugby League competition that has kicked off in the Moresby Northeast electorate. These teams are competing in the A and B grade divisions.
The Bomana Off-Season Rugby League competition is into its 9th round.
Of a big plan. rugby league officer in the country right now. Na majority of the teams are coming to eastern suburb now the selected in Solo must be.
President Joshua Minuk said this competition was hosted to be trouble-free.
It is a 46 black club, or no come long, suburb inside long, must be south or must be west nogat. Emblem must be northeast suburb alone.
The Bomana off-season is an ongoing rugby league competition where some of the raw talent players were selected.
Moldy Molmangi, at least logo out number out now walking can travel come na big blade don't come to me blame to try thank you.
This competition is sponsored by Carl Okuk, and as a result, many sponsors have tapped in to sponsor teams to participate in this competition.
I come in as one of the sponsors of the participating team, Nemelots and DTAP.
Eric Arupman, National EMTV Sports.
That's True Kai Sports. After the break, here were the details for the next 24 hours.
True Kai Sports. True Kai Sports.
Let's take a look at our weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow. In the southern region, fine for all centers. And in the Mombasa region, brief showers for all centers. In the New Guinea Islands, shower or two for Lorengau and Buka, brief showers for Kavieng and Kimbe, and brief thundery showers for Kokopo and Rabaul. And in the Highlands region, brief showers for all centers. That's the news, sports and weather for Sunday, the 24th of January 2016. Have a great working week. Good night.